Good morning, this is Dwayne, your headless piano teacher, with another little lesson about chords and chord progressions. I'd like to show you the 4 to 4 to 1 chord progression today, which is a very useful chord progression. You can use it in a wide variety of songs and settings and so on. Lots of things you can do with it. And it's really very simple, but until you understand it, it doesn't seem simple. But all it is the one chord. Say you're in the key of C. The C, as you know, this, in the key of C, the C is the 1 chord. What would the 4 chord be? Be the 4 chord, wouldn't it? What would be the 4 of the 4? In other words, what's 4 notes up from B flat, from F? It's B flat. So those are the 3 chords we're dealing with. The 4 chord, which is B flat, the 4 chord, which is F, and the 1 chord, which is C. Let me say that again. The 1 chord, which is C, the 4 chord, which is F, and really the flat 7th chord, which is B flat. It's 4, B flat is 4 of F, but in the key of C, it's a flat 7th, isn't it? So it's the flat 7th to 4 to 1 chord progression, really. Now, what you do is you play those chords inverted. In other words, that would be awkward to play it like that. So what you do is you play the 4 of the 4 in first inversion. That would be, here's B flat in root position. Here's first inversion. Okay, so you play the 4 of the 4 in first inversion, and then you play the 4 chord, which is F, in second inversion, and then you play the 1 chord in root position. As you know, there's 3 possible chord positions of a triad. There's root position, first inversion, and second inversion. So we're using all 3 inversions but on 3 different chords. On B flat, we're using the first inversion. On F, we're using the second inversion. And on C, we're using the root position. So here we go. The 4 of the 4 to the 4 to the 1. Okay? Try that with me. 4, 4, 1. 4, 4, 1. Now let's slide off a note or 2. 4, 4, 1. 4, 4, 1. Now let's put let's use an ostinale on the left hand, a solid bass, say, like C. Okay, and see how it sounds. 4, 4, 1. 4, 4, 1. Okay, get that? Say we were playing the blues, we just have been on the C chord so far, so now we go up a fourth to the F chord. The 1 chord is F, if we're considering F as our root. The 4 chord is B flat, and the 4 of the 4 is E flat. So we do the same thing on F as we did on C. We take the E flat chord in first inversion, the B flat chord in second inversion, and the F chord in root position. So we have this. Anytime you're playing the blues or want kind of a funky sound, it's good to put a 7th in it. Hear that? I put a 7th in the 1 chord. Now I'm doing the same thing too. I should have stopped there. I did the same thing to C, to the F chord as I did to the B flat chord as I did to C and F. So the root, the 4, and then the 4 of the 4, which is A flat, back to the 4, and then back to 1. So you can play through the blues just doing that, couldn't you? I'll do that real slowly here. again. That was a waltz actually that I got into, a little waltz in the key of C, using the blues format and using the 4/4 format. So there's lots and lots of things you can do for it. Just one more thing you need to know about piano playing. If you like tips like this, come on over to playpiano.com and sign up for our free newsletter. That's playpiano.com, and you'll get a tip like this every 3 days or so. So thanks for being with me. We'll see you again soon. Bye-bye for now.